What is going on, everybody? Today I'm excited. I've always wanted to own something just like this, but now I have a reason. As you may know, I started a recent Patreon page, going to be helping create this awesome documentary that I've got going on, and amongst other things, of course. And if you guys are interested in checking out the Patreon, there's a link down below. I highly suggest you could check it out. I have a lot of really cool tiers, not the ones you cry, perks and rewards for joining up, such as never aired videos that I've done in the past over like on different channels that I've had, other brands that just never made it to air. I'm gonna start releasing those over on Patreon for you guys to check out, and amongst other things. But one of the cool things I'm gonna feature today and do a review on, I always wanted one of those cameras where you just take a picture and just knocks out a photo right there on the spot, aka a Polaroid camera. There's tons of them out there, different brands and things you can choose from that do the same thing. So I decided to settle on the Fuji Instax Mini 9. Yeah, Instax. Kind of like a Polaroid camera. And what I decided to offer over on Patreon was a random photo of something completely random shipped to your door monthly. That was kind of fun. So I'm actually gonna go out today and start shooting a bunch of pictures, getting ready for the next month's round. But I'm gonna do a quick little overview of the camera I decided to go with. There's several reasons why I went this route over the Polaroid. One, cost. The Polaroid one was freaking expensive. It was like $120 and this was 50 bucks. I got it on sale. I think it actually retails for about $70. And the film wasn't too expensive. It is a little bit smaller than Polaroids, but it actually has some cool features that at least the Polaroid I was looking at didn't have, such as this extra little lens that clicks onto the front. This is a 60mm lens equivalently, at least that's what it says on here. So meaning it's a 60mm, so if you were trying to take like a selfie, man, you'd have to really get this thing out there for it to even be in frame and be able to focus. So they included this little extra lens that you just clip right onto the front of it, and you can actually take selfies. So that's pretty cool, and it has a cool little mirror so you can actually frame yourself while you take a picture. Because remember, this is not digital. This is literally analog. When you look through the little viewfinder right there, you can't preview your thing before you print it. So if you're gonna take a picture yourself, it's nice to be able to see your framing. It has 5 different settings. I'm gonna call them aperture settings because that's essentially what it is. It has indoor, and then it has a couple outdoors. Then it has a high key, which I haven't tried yet. I'm gonna maybe try that later today. And the high key, it's interesting because the indoor one is the wide open shot. I would probably call it maybe a 2.8. I'm guessing, do not quote me on that. When I go over to the high key, it's really wide open. So that would work much better for indoor stuff. So I don't know why that one's not for the indoor, because indoor is gonna be, you know, much darker. But what it also came with in the box was you got a cool little sticker. Nice. We got a little wrist strap, and it came with batteries, but they're in the camera because that's for the flash. It does have a flash on the camera. A bunch of instruction manuals and things, and then of course the lens. That is all it came with. It does not come with any film whatsoever. I picked up the film from Amazon. It's a 2-pack, so it's 20 frames, and I think it was about $18 for the 2-pack. I'll leave a link below for you guys to check out and see the current pricing for these. I think it works out just under $1, maybe just over $1, depending on the time of year when you're buying these per picture. So I don't think it's terrible. So when you take a picture, it just immediately starts printing out of the top. There's nothing you need to do whatsoever. Enough talking about just this stuff. Let's go out and take some photos. I think I might take the one wheel out. Let's do that. Let's have a good time. It's gonna be fun. Whew, it is crazy windy out here today. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try and take a picture of this bridge. So this has a few settings for different apertures. You turn it on, there's a little button right here that will go doop. Now it's on. So it looks like there's like an f/18, possibly an f/22 equivalent in here from what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna shoot with that one and see what I get. All right, I took that picture, and I just gotta wait a couple minutes for it to fully expose. But oh my gosh, it's so windy. Now to turn this off, all you do is press it in. That's it. There's a shot I've been trying to perfect for a long time and just haven't quite got it locked in place. I'm gonna try and take one with the Fuji Instax Insta camera. I'm gonna do that. It's like right from underneath, so it looks super cool. I'll insert a picture right now of what I've been able to get as of now. I probably shot this 100+ times and I've never quite gotten it perfect. So I'm gonna go over there and shoot it with this one and see what I can get. It's almost done. I'm trying to talk really close to this microphone. I'm using the Rode Micro, so this is a good test to see how that microphone actually does in this environment. It's really loud under here. All right, so now I'm gonna be using a different outside setting. Trying to really make sure I get my framing good before I take a picture, because once I take it, I waste the film. All right, it's coming out. Woo! See how that works out in a couple of minutes. Let's move on to the next spot. I got a cool one down by downtown, not too far from here, so let's go. I've noticed the framing's off, actually quite a bit. I'm gonna review the pictures towards the end. I gotta compensate for a little bit because this isn't totally accurate with the viewfinder. That's a bummer. All right, let's push it to the extreme right now. Let's shoot into the sun. Doubt this is gonna work very well. Got a plane in there too, that was cool. So I've shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos. They're actually pretty cool. But I'm noticing the viewfinder is not accurate at all. I stare at this bridge shot and it's not even centered at all. Like, not even a little bit. I shot directly into the sun on this one. I don't think it's done exposing actually, because I just took it. It's actually coming out not terrible. I still got a few shots left in the camera, and I had brought the other pack, hoping to go through them all today. I gotta turn the music on. I can't even ride the one wheel without music. It's just not even the same, not even a little bit. So I'm gonna have to get some tunes going. What you do to me? I'm gonna take a picture of my favorite Mexican restaurant in town. I wanna take a picture of the sign. It's lit better from the other side, so I'm gonna go over there and do that. Best in town. So windy. I think the flash is still firing when I'm taking these pictures. It's kind of weird, even when I'm in daylight mode. It's really strange. I'm against the wind right now. I should probably turn that song on. Cue some Bob Seger. Woo! Almost lost my hat. Windy, how many times have I said that in this episode? Have I said it's windy? Because it's freaking windy. So on the back I know it says how many frames I have left. It says I have 4. Well, I've shot 9 photos total, and this is a 10 picture pack. So I got 1 photo left, but it says I have 4. I think just not accurate, only works sometimes. I'm gonna take a picture of the one wheel, AKA Zippy, and then I'm going to take another one and see what happens, see if there's maybe more on here. Let's take this last photo, supposed last photo. The flash went off. I'm outside, and I'm in the sunlight mode. Why would it still go on when we're outside? I don't get it. I took the supposed last photo, so we'll see how that looks. But right here is the counter, and now it says I have 3 photos left. Just because I'm still here, I'm gonna shoot the one wheel again. Let's see if there's actually another picture in here. Nope. So the number on the back is a lie. All right, to put a new one in, it's super simple. You got the yellow marker on the inside of the unit. Just push it in, close it up. Now to take the first picture, you actually have to push the button and then take a dummy photo, and it will eject the cover. It's a fake photo, and now you're ready to take some photos. And now it reset to 10. Oh shoot, I just wasted one. I took a photo. Watch it be my best photo yet. There's some birds back there I'm gonna try to take a photo of. They're right there. Not confident in that photo at all. I think I've wasted 2 photos already. And they're laughing at me right now. They're like, quack, 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 quack. I'm gonna shoot one more photo out here, and then I'm gonna head back to the studio and shoot some more indoor stuff, because I wanna do a couple low light tests. And notice the feature actually on this camera, ooh, almost pushed the button again. It actually has a sensor that gives you a starting point of where you actually, what setting you actually need to shoot. So that's pretty cool. So there's a little bit of digital factor to it. I'll show you more in the studio what I'm talking about. Okay, so I recently just found out that this actually has some light sensors right up here to where it'll detect the proper mode that you should use, like a good starting point. You can like point it at certain things and it'll kind of give you a baseline of what it should be exposed for. A couple of the negatives I think for this camera is that when you're holding it while it's on, the button's so sensitive to take a picture. And I wasted one, as you guys saw already. And the other kind of downside is the fact that viewfinder is terribly inaccurate. It was more kind of off to the right. When you're shooting, you get your framing, you kind of have to go left a little bit. The other thing I don't like about it is the fact that the flash is on no matter what. You can't turn it off. Side note, I tried using a little diffusion on the flash. I put a little wax piece of paper over it. It didn't actually work. It made the image pretty dark. And lastly, I set this down on the table, and when I went to go pick it up, back door here, there's a little clip here, little pull tabs. So when I picked it up, the film came out. And of course, it exposed that front film, so I had to get another picture. So that was kind of a bummer. And the focus distance of this is horrendous. I tried taking a couple of pictures close up. I was probably, I don't know, this far away, arm lengths away, like a selfie mode, and actually they were still a little bit out of focus, so that was a bummer. I will say though, the selfie mirror, pretty much 100% accurate. So that's pretty nice, more accurate than the actual viewfinder. The quality of the photos themselves, I'm actually pretty impressed with. They're really high quality. This one right here, this is actually probably my favorite one. The colors and everything, it's perfect. Exposed properly, I'm getting a nice blue from the sky, a gradient from the sun. Like this photo is actually really nice. And the picture that I took by accident of the one wheel, it was set to the indoor mode with a flash, and it's not actually overexposed like I thought it was gonna be. The Husong sign was lit from the sun, like on that whole side, like it was pretty bright. And actually, it didn't come out too terrible. I thought one side of it was gonna be pretty overexposed, but it did pretty well. And the one I'm really fascinated with is the one I shot into the sun. Like it was a pretty direct shot. I thought it was gonna be pretty much blown out. It's pretty dang good. You can see the plane, you can see the people out on the pier, but what I find interesting, the sun is a black dot. It's weird. And then did something weird with the water. Almost looks like put a LUT on the image, and I just cranked up the saturation, and it's getting weird artifacting. That's really strange. But the rest of the photo, I'm actually pretty impressed at how that turned out. And here's another failed one. I took a picture of the bridge. This is the last photo that I took up while I was out, and I framed it straight and forgot to compensate for the inaccuracy, so it's way off to the side. All in all, this camera is actually pretty fun. I enjoy it. So if you want to get your hands on some of these photos, be sure to check out Patreon and you will get some of these. These are going to be photos I'll be sending through the mail directly to your door every single month, amongst other really fun things that I've got planned. Just free giveaways just for joining up. So you don't want to miss that. So please consider checking out the Patreon page. I would greatly appreciate it. So what are you guys using? Are you using the Polaroid, or are you using the Fuji, or something else? Leave some comments below. I would love to know what you guys are using or recommend. And consider subscribing. I got a lot of cool videos coming up. And click that bell, because you know you don't want to miss one of my next videos. I'm just another Chris, and I'm gonna go out and shoot some more photos. Let's go. But guess what I learned? Make HDR images in Lightroom. It's like crazy, super freaking easy. I should probably go home. Regret everything. And we're back. Let's do this. Open up Lightroom, guys.